Hello, friends and family. We're live from the Luncheon Kingdom with CommentForce number 34, the weekly show where we take your comments, your questions, your feedback, your ideas, your theories, and all of your words, put them inside of a giant crazy cap, mix it around, and see what pops out. I'm your host, Zach. I've got Jake and Gabe here. It has been a week full of wonderful Switch games, lots of indie goodness, and we are weeks away from Mario, Fire Emblem Warriors, and the rest of the holiday lineup. In the meantime, though, we've got a lot of your comments. Thanks for all of your input this week. Jake and Gabe, how have your weeks been?
Well, we held a Mrs. Doubtfire viewing session. We did that recently. None of us picked up on that. Jake hasn't seen the movie. Yeah, Jake's never seen the movie. I've actually seen it a few times, but it's been at least a decade since I've seen it. Like, it didn't click for me. I don't know. Zach, have you seen it?
I've seen it, but it absolutely did not register. I was just genuinely thinking we had a new friend.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. And also, I do want to give a special shout out to all you Buffy heads in the comments. I made a reference, and I didn't think anybody would get it, but quite a few of you got it. There was a lot of Angel love in the comments. Shout out to you guys.
I'm just hungry because Zach lied and said we're in the Luncheon Kingdom, and we're totally not. I could go for some of the soup that they make there.
I feel like every food in the Luncheon Kingdom is very sweet. Like, I don't know that savory fits into that kingdom. I think it's all just like
not sweet at all. But that's okay. This is my interpretation.
No, but like the colorful, crystally, it just looks like a bunch of like gelatin.
But it's all vegetables except like the big slab of meat. Like everything else is a vegetable.
That is true. So it's like it's like a deceivingly healthy area where, like, okay, hey, we're going to give you really healthy, good foods, but we're going to color them up so that you are excited to eat them.
I'm never going to be excited to eat any of that stuff. It looks weird.
Basically, let's make sure that this thumbnail is very colorful so that we can feed people the healthy comments in a very fashionable way. And we'll kick things off with a comment from Michael Barron, who says, guys, it's called Forgotten Isle because they forgot to reveal it in the direct.
No, I don't think so. I mean...
This is a genius theory about the newest Mario Odyssey Kingdom, which we thought was going to be something like the Tropical Kingdom, but instead it's
still be the Tropical Kingdom. The Cascade Kingdom is the Cascade Kingdom, but it's called Fossil Falls, so it can still be Tropical Kingdom, and then the specific location is the Forgotten Isle.
Oh, that is an astute point, Mr. Expert. There, I like that a lot. I also like the fact that it's called Forgotten. Because it was like they forgot to include it. Inside joke. This is a Shigeru Miyamoto classic right here.
But maybe.
Well, you know the man better than us. So.
Listen. I've met the man. He is very silly and he's good at jokes. So I'm calling it right now.
All right, moving on to Potterhead02, who says, I want to add to last week's CommentForce and say that you guys have motivated me to be healthier because every single time you post a decent length video, I just download it and go for a ride on my skateboard. Now it's become a habit, so I don't skate with each CommentForce every weekend. I just get irritable. That's really funny. Thanks to you guys, my passion has been revitalized, and I'm a lot more active now. Thanks. Well, you're welcome, Potterhead. I'm glad you just are shredding the streets while listening to our lovely CommentForce episodes and other lengthy videos.
He's basically Auto Rocket. That's what I envisioned when I envisioned Potterhead. He's just shredding the streets of what city was that in?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh God!
Do we remember Rocket Power like that in detail?
I don't.
Who owns Rocket Power? I want to make a game. And as you guys know,
owns Rocket Power?
Yeah, like the
Ocean Shores.
The IP of Rocket Power, like who owns it and how much can I get it for? Because, I am a game developer. Maybe I should make a Rocket Power Switch game. Exclusive. That'll really move these 2 million units.
I don't know why, but I just picture like a little like pixelated Digimon.
I picture Michelangelo from Team ND. I don't know why.
Yeah. I've always been impressed at people that are proficient at skateboarding.
I'm always impressed with people that utilize podcasts and or I guess videos to fuel their their fitness. Like people are like, oh hey, I do like 5K runs while listening to these podcasts, or I do blah 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 blah. Well, listen, I'm like the reverse. I listen to podcasts like when I fall asleep.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like
interesting. Like I had a friend who listened to the Harry Potter books while they ran, and I was like, how? What? That's not motivating at all.
Was it this guy Potterhead?
Regardless, we are going to move on now to Soraya. I love the stream. Thank you, Gabe. It was super fun to be a part of this. Hope there's more of this to come. I promise I didn't pick this.
Yes, you did.
But we
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I don't think I did. We appreciate the love, and I hope the reason this comment was chosen was to tell you guys that there's. We will make an effort to stream more. That was a fun stream. I streamed Stardew Valley for those of you that don't know, and we had people, including Soraya here, guide me through the game since I didn't play very much of it on other platforms, and there was a lot of people that were very knowledgeable, and it was a good experience to be guided through the first 2 hours of the game and not be completely lost because, Jake, I don't know if you know this, I am not a farmer. So I didn't know I didn't know the first thing of what to do with this farm that I was bequeathed, and they definitely made that an enjoyable experience. Stardew Valley is really fun, and we hope to stream more soon.
Yeah, I think definitely streams are a part of the future, especially as we lead up to sort of the holiday rush. There's more and more games. Nintendo actually today just confirmed the October lineup on their website, and there is a lot of really good stuff. We'll probably save that for a video, but they locked and loaded this month. So yes, streams, Soraya, and another comment from Dollar Jr. who says, you guys gave us 5 reasons to be excited for Doom. Here's some reasons not to be excited. 1, no motion controls for aiming. 2, no snap map. 3, no 60 FPS. 4, full price with less features. Yup, reasons to be excited, all right. And I brought this up because this could be the list realistically for pretty much every, or at least almost every third-party game on the Switch. And I think it's a slippery slope that we don't want to go down, okay? 1, motion controls.
Dollar, you're nitpicking if you're saying, hey, it doesn't have motion controls. How dare it? Like, people complain about motion control and you want them, so you're a little backwards there, I think. No snap map.
Yeah.
Let me address the no snap map thing. And I don't mean to make a broad overall statements, but I'm going to do it anyways. Who uses snap map? And I've done this before, and people have corrected me. Of course, people do it. That's not what I'm saying. But I think
who uses snack map is the real question.
We're hungry.
Map. Sorry.
Where those snacks at?
I got a snack map. Listen, my snack map is exactly what I use to make sure I always find the right snacks. And I need them to be gluten-free. I need them to be delicious.
Okay, let me get back on topic. And maybe I'm just not tuned into the Doom fan base like that. But as far as I know, and again, I could be wrong, snap map isn't like a big thing. The 60 FPS thing, yeah, that one, sure, we'll give you that $1. Full price with less features. Other than snap map, what feature does it not have? Well, unless 60 FPS is a feature, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's also talking about that, like, multiplayer is not available, like, you can't play it immediately if you download it.
Update. Yeah. I mean, maybe.
I just think, like, in general, it's a tough one, right? It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like, yes, we should demand as close to identical versions for the Switch as possible, but at the same time, I think at least on the initial releases, we have to have a little bit of lenience here, right? Like, okay, maybe the 60 FPS is one that you can kind of like hold true to, right? But like,
well, concessions
FIFA, for example, FIFA was not the exact version, but I still feel like that was a pretty strong game. But all I see is people like very bothered.
Well, I mean, and they're gonna be. People just can't seem to wrap their head around the fact that concessions have to be made. The Switch is not as powerful as the other consoles, and people seemingly want it to be, and it's not, and it's not, and it's not, and that's not going to change. So no, you're not going to get 60 FPS on these games that are more recent. Like, it's not going to happen. So if that's the experience you want, maybe have it on a different platform. Like, to have those expectations for a console that just isn't made for that is a little bit unrealistic, and then I think that falls on the individual to you take care of that yourself. Like, I know that I can't play Mario on my PS4. So whenever I turn my PS4 on, I'm like, oh man, it doesn't have Mario. Like, that's not what the PS4 is made for. Like, it's completely separate. So yeah, the Switch isn't made for like full Doom like on your PS4 or PC. Like, that's not what the console is for.
Yeah, I do think, it's important to take the handheld nature of this into the equation. You know, the closer you get, you sort of, it's almost like that uncanny valley theory, right? The closer you get, the more difficult it is to just like go with it, right? So for the Vita, the graphics were nowhere near. So people are like, oh, like this is really cool to bring like, you know, Killzone Mercenary on the go, or this is really cool to bring Uncharted Lost Legacy, or not Lost Legacy, Uncharted Golden Compass on the go. But now that we're like really, really close to just having parity, I think people then have more issues, and it's a fully fair issue to take. You know, I do think, yeah, we should demand it again as good a version as possible, and maybe FIFA and Doom aren't the best examples. But at the end of the day, like, there has to be some concession for the fact that this is a portable platform, and I just think the more that we get, the more that they will improve, and the more that we can get development begun from the onset, the more that they'll be able to better bring us, you know, what we desire. I think the frame rate is a big one. The other ones, not so much. And look, full price with less, like, I get that there's less features, but you're not going to see budget releases on the Switch of third-party games. In fact, we don't want that. We need third parties to make as much money as possible so that they bring us their new, big, bold projects that they can make better.
With all that,
anyhow, Jake, speaking of Killzone Mercenaries,
Brandon Murphy says, all I'm saying is Killzone Mercenaries was one of the best games on the Vita, period. You can't tell me developers can't make handheld first-person shooters. I'm really hoping for Titanfall. Let me play the story mode on the hardest difficulty on the go, and then an offline version of their survival horde mode, Frontier Defense. Have some practice matches with bots or even huge LAN parties. Feeling Legion's Predator Cannon when using Smart Core or Power Shot with the HD Rumble, or Ion and her Vortex Shield, or when unleashes her Core Laser Core Browser with his laser. All that with the sweet motion control aiming that comes with Splatoon. I'll just throw my money at you, man. Brandon is he's envisioning so precisely what each of these power shot cannons are going to feel like. Like I just picture him like when he was typing this, like holding his hands and like feeling them actually rumble with the power of the power shot. It's a very detailed.
Yeah, I don't. Yes. I'm sorry to tell you, Brandon. Titanfall 2 didn't do super well. I'm sorry, man. It's not gonna happen. But it's a great vision.
I mean, I think, you know, Titanfall 3 or Titanfall, if there is another Titanfall.
Titanfall 3. I'm joking.
I don't think that's as much of a joke as you think. I think the franchise still has a lot of strength behind it.
On mobile. Again, I'm joking. Titanfall's great. I love Titanfall 2. It's like my favorite.
Titanfall 2, I think, is one of the top shooters of the generation, and I do think it would be an excellent fit for the Switch. And I think, you know, if we can get Doom, as the aforementioned comment discussed, and it can do well and sell well, then you are opening the door for things like Call of Duty, Battlefront, Titanfall, and maybe Titanfall is a really good fit because it's not the major tentpole franchise, and it's something that could find more of a home on Switch. What if Titanfall 3 was a Switch exclusive, and they, you know, specifically designed the engine, specifically designed the game to fit the hybrid console, and it had all this stuff, great HD rumble and really cool motion control aiming, and it found a new slot as like a Switch freaking stunner. I mean, that would be amazing.
Can I say this?
Yes.
When did people like change their mind about motion control? Like, that's what I'm picking. Like a couple comments here saying like, "Hey, we want motion." Like, what? When did this happen? And it's fine. I have zero problems with motion control. If that's how you enjoy playing, more power to you. I just, from what I remember, people didn't like it, but now it seems like people are on board on motion control.
I think there's some people that like it. They're talking like for small, precise movements. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just growing on people.
I really think it's the Splatoon 2 effect too. Like,
yeah, maybe. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, plenty of people on PS4 and Xbox One probably haven't experienced a motion control shooter, at least as of late, but fresh off the eels of Splatoon 2, I feel like motion control aiming is there. But again, like if it's designed from the ground up, it could be really effective. If it's shoehorned in, I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah, well,
or at least most people don't.
Well, this is an awesome idea. Like, if I had to bet, like I don't see, like, at least not Titanfall specifically, but yeah, Titanfall 2 is amazing. Like I would
love to see, in the same way that Mario plus Rabbids sort of took the Rabbids franchise and took that idea and specified it for the Switch. I would love to see like okay, let's do a Mario Titanfall crossover, a partnership with EA, and the Mario characters are inside the Titans, driving them around, and
it's in first person. What does it matter who's in?
Instead of unleashing the laser core, it unleashes like piranha plant arms, or it unleashes a bullet bill barrage. Can we make this happen? Listen, EA and Respawn. Titanfall 3 is a Mario mashup, and it also has a Super Mario Strikers mode where the Titans play soccer, so that we can get that in there.
All right. Living Life says, should Paper Mario have another game on the Switch? It should, and it probably will at some point, right?
Possibly. I love the art style, and I think it could be really cool, and I think that there's an opportunity for it, but I don't know.
This definitely happens before Titanfall.
What if they combine like Paper Mario and like the Superstar Saga with like the brother mechanics and had like Paper Bros?
Yeah, Paper Bros would be cool. I mean, I don't think it's going to be called Paper Bros.
They kind of did that with the recent 3DS game where you had Mario, Luigi, and Paper Mario as your team.
Yeah, true.
That was much more of taking the Mario and Luigi games and incorporating Paper, but maybe you could do the reverse. And I think the bottom line is, and hopefully the Switch's user base allows for this, a more hardcore RPG.
Paper Wario.
Looking back to... done. Game over. Cancel the video. We're off. We're off the air. Bye, guys. I think, like the original Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door are really good examples of what we'd like more of, or even the original Superstar Saga. The games that had more of the elements that you expect from an RPG and less of like the simplification that the recent ones have. I think the recent Mario and Luigi and the recent Paper games have not been received as well because of their extreme simplification. And like Color Splash had some decent ideas, but it wasn't a game that I was like ever going to be super excited about. So I think, if you can do that, or gosh, just give us Thousand Year Door again. I'm totally cool with that. But I think Paper Mario definitely needs a home on the Switch, and it will be interesting. How many of the 3DS franchises, once 3DS eventually, says goodbye, do any of them make the move, or are those franchises all sort of put out to pasture and we get new ones?
No, those are coming to 4DS.
Oh, the 4DS. I do like your idea, Jake, though, of Paper Wario. I mean, that would be a showstopper. I don't know how much awareness do people have of Wario and Waluigi? Like, can they hoist up their own game?
I think they could. I mean,
that'll be a showstopper.
Why not?
You don't think so?
Wait, what show is it stopping?
E3.
E3?
No, I mean,
it's literally Reggie comes out and says it's a stage show just for this. He announces Paper Wario, and then the whole E3 just shuts down.
What if they just had like a whole like puppet theater set up, or like they had like people like controlling a giant Paper Wario from underneath the stage, like, and it's just Paper Wario walking across the stage fighting enemies? That'd be amazing. What a great presentation.
Listen, this is just comment after comment of great ideas. So we have the amazing Titanfall 3 Mario mashup. Now we have Paper Wario. What is next? Next is, it's another one. Albert Lee Ellison. So Switch Force, after Mario plus Rabbids brings a great success, do you think we will see another crossover or two of some sort of Nintendo licensed character given to Ubisoft for a new game in the Switch's lifetime?
I think it has to happen, right?
I thought about this when I saw the comment. And what do you mix them with that isn't Rabbids? Like, so is it always, insert Nintendo franchise plus Rabbids? So does it become, a Zelda plus Rabbids? Does it become, Wario plus Rabbids? I mean, that would be weird. But the Wario plus Rabbids, like Donkey Kong plus Rabbids, like, is it always like that? Or can it be like Mario plus, I mean, obviously not this, but Splinter Cell? Like what else does Ubisoft have other than Rabbids that would make a good, like, mashup?
I mean, or do they need to mash with a character, or can they just develop? Could we have a Mario sports title from Ubisoft that, you know, the Steep team moves on to? Or could we have a Mario...
I mean, there is precedent for that.
Something like that.
Yeah, like that's happened. Capcom's has done Zelda games, like for not Game Boy, DS stuff. So
I mean,
I don't think they have any other really. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get like a Mario plus Assassins, Mario plus Splinter, Mario plus Watch Dogs, Mario plus. You know, I don't think that's gonna happen.
But could you see Donkey Kong plus? Could you see?
Yeah,
that?
I was gonna say like Rabbids. I feel like is like a small enough and malleable enough like IP that it could fit into a lot of things. It's kind of like a blank slate. Like it's not very super specific like some of the other ones, or even like Mario or whatever. Like Donkey Kong Tower Defense against the Rabbids. There you go.
What I still think it would be like a platformer, but like just like envision the cutscene where Princess Peach just takes off her outfit and then she becomes what's her name?
Dixie?
The female Donkey Kong.
Dixie.
Character. I'm blanking out right now.
Dixie Kong?
Yes. So Dixie,
Peach is transforming into Dixie?
No, the Rabbid. You know how she was like
Rabbid Peach.
Yeah, Rabbid Peach. She just changes her outfit or something.
Okay.
And then she's Rabbid Dixie.
Gotcha.
Rabbid Dixie.
I guess if I'm Ubisoft, I look at it and I say like, okay, the success of this game, by all accounts, probably is not because of Rabbids. It's probably because of Mario. So is it that we need to include Rabbids? Like, how much is this game doing for the Rabbids franchise? Are they even bringing Rabbids back in any capacity?
No, I don't think anyone's like fooled into thinking that this game is selling copies because of the Rabbids. But honestly, the thing that we probably get before any of this like weird stuff is we probably get Mario plus Rabbids too. Like that, there's room for a sequel there.
Oh, absolutely. I think that totally is. My desire would be to see them just push the Mario characters into a new genre. That is, to me, what made this game so successful, that it was taking the XCOM idea or the, you know, strategy RPG idea and throwing it into throwing them into a mashup of the Mario characters. I don't think it was the Rabbids that made it, as we've clearly established. So give Ubisoft Mario and let them go to town on a new thing, whether it's a sports game or whether it's something wholly original. I mean, yeah, let's do a
Steep 2, but you're only Mario characters.
No,
just like Titanfall.
I was gonna say, no, I want to see a Mario Mushroom Kingdom Primal. It's like Far Cry Primal, but Mushroom Kingdom Primal, like ancient days when giant Goombas and really vicious Koopas were roaming around, and Cave Mario has to go and slay all of the beasts with his legendary fire shell.
That's very intense. I don't know if I can handle that. But Tetris Master probably can because they're a master. I really want to see Plants vs. Zombies for Switch along with Garden Warfare 2. I think that those, again, more great games coming to the Switch, or ideally coming to the Switch. I think those both would work. I don't know what is next for Plants vs. Zombies, but whatever it is, it should come to Switch.
I just worry that how well did Garden Warfare 2 did? Like, is that franchise still prevalent in any way? And I'm asking. I'm not saying it's not. So that's my only concern, because I know that the original Plants vs. Zombies did like super well. I don't remember that much. I don't remember that many people being all over Garden Warfare 2, although we love the game. Like, Zach and I have played it together. Like, it's a fantastic game, and it would like fit perfectly for the Switch. Zach, Garden Warfare 3 exclusive for Switch, is that what we want now?
I mean, I don't know how these comments lined up so perfectly. One after
designed by the Tetris Master.
Just full behind the scenes. We pick the comments, but we don't pick the order.
Wait. So, Switch is going to become the console where franchises that just aren't necessarily like hot anymore on the other platforms they're gonna come to Switch, and they're gonna become hot once again over here. Is that what we're saying?
No, I don't. Who knows?
Potentially. I mean, I think the thing to look at is Garden Warfare and Garden Warfare 2 both had really long legs, and they both had microtransactions in the form of their sticker packs. How those sold, I think, is an indicator of what we can expect from Garden Warfare more than how the actual game sold, because they quickly took this thing down in price. I think the entire goal of the game was obviously, yes, to sell initial copies, but then to move into more of a like free-to-play type idea. So who knows? Maybe they even bring Garden Warfare 3 in a free-to-play capacity to Switch. Or I would totally take a Garden Warfare 1+2 pack, or even a Garden Warfare 2 like special edition that has like a bunch of maybe like everything unlocked if they don't even want to deal with implementing the microtransaction system, something of that sort. Or yeah, just eventually I got to imagine there's a Plants vs Zombies 3, like just like the mobile game, and that would even be a good fit for the downloadable like the eShop for Switch because of the touchscreen controls and things like that. But we do know that they are working on a new project. Maybe it's a wholly new genre. They experimented with Plants vs Zombies Heroes, which was a card game that I think was very fun and very cool. I don't know the monetary success, but I do think that eventually PvZ hits Switch. It is way too ideal of a fit. It's way too perfect of an IP for Nintendo and for the Switch, and it's something that would be really, really coveted, I think, by a majority of the audience, and it would look really good on store shelves.
Yeah. Great games that definitely get slept on, I think. But Ian Michael, this last one, Sudholtz, I hope I said that correctly. Now I want to see a cutscene for when you buy everything in the game, and you can get from Crazy Cap, where it's Wario and Waluigi, diving and rolling in giant pieces of coins and laughing because Mario spent money on the outfits, which
piles of coins, Gabe, not pieces of coins.
Oh,
I think that's a great end cutscene. Like forget Bowser and the wedding, and it's just Wario and Waluigi diving in coins.
Wait. Hold on. Let me interject. We already forgot about Bowser. It's all about Browser now.
But somebody replied to this comment and was like, oh, like Scrooge McDuck. And then the thought of Wario and Waluigi jumping into piles of coins like Scrooge McDuck was fantastic to me. And then they can fun paper Wario.
Yeah, I like that idea. There we go. It all comes full circle. Absolutely wonderful. Let's see. Colin Sear says, important. Has anyone seen my missing acorn? He ran away last night and hasn't come back yet. His name is Timothy the Acorn, and he's a light shade of brown. Please let me know if you see him. I can't stand being separated from my Timothy the Acorn any longer.
Okay, wait. Is this an Ice Age thing?
I don't know if the acorn had a name in Ice Age.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
All the bases now.
Yeah,
I'm just making sure.
Secret knowledge about Gabe. He's actually a massive Ice Age fan. Gabe goes to the Ice Age Con every year. He cosplays as
Ice
the big
Age
woolly
Con.
mammoth.
That's funny.
Fun fact: Ice Age 1 is like I think the only movie I've ever fallen asleep in.
Wait, okay, so let's continue to cover our bases here. What could he be talking about?
Maybe he's a Nintendo rep, and this is a secret leak about an upcoming new kingdom in Super Mario Odyssey.
No, we don't do that here.
The Acorn Kingdom?
Yes.
Okay, what video was this on? Was it my Stardew one? Because there was acorns in that video.
I think this was. I don't even remember. Well, it was totally unrelated.
Okay. All right.
I think this dude legit just lost his pet, and he's trying to find some solace. So let's listen, Colin. Timothy may be gone, but we can find you another new friend.
I'll be your friend.
No, that friend is named the Rumor Rat.
I hate the. I like the Rumor Rat. I do not like the image of this Rumor Rat. This is the scariest thing ever. Okay, so this Rumor Rat says, "What's one game that you'd kill for on the Switch but isn't going to happen?" Mine is probably Viva Pinata. Well, I will take any game that gets rid of the image of that Rumor Rat.
All right.
Okay, also, let's please not kill anyone.
No, we don't.
Well, what game would you?
If there's any toads around, let's rekindle that old flame. And any toads around.
And also, please don't kill the Rumor Rat, because how else will we get our rumors?
Okay, all right. So games that would never happen. I've thought about that
Cuphead
for a video, but. There you go. Cuphead's a good one. Have you played?
You love Cuphead. Dude, like 3 years ago, I said that Cuphead was going to be the greatest game ever.
Yeah, and it's out, and you can play it. We'll revisit Cuphead in a moment, but for now, do you guys have one, or do you want me to?
That was legitimately mine, but
okay, that's great. Zach, you got yours?
Again, like we've talked a lot about games that might not happen but could happen. I feel like the sky is the limit.
I can go. What do you think?
Yeah, because I'm just debating between if I say like I really want my Wario and Waluigi game.
I think this
or
is,
if
but I think
that's
this
like
is games
a
that
cop-out
already
because
exist.
It's not even a.
Yeah, games has to exist.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, the game has to exist. All right, so while you do that, I'll wait. One for the eventual virtual console. This game will never come. But Secret of Evermore. I've mentioned the game before. No one knows. No one knows about it besides me. I just want me and my dog to be out there doing things. That's all I want. Secret of Evermore, there for Virtual Console. Non-Virtual Console related, and this can't happen because it's a Microsoft exclusive and all of that. But Ori and the Blind Forest. Love that game. It's my favorite game on Xbox One. So that would probably be mine. And since Viva Pinata is my Microsoft exclusive, I'll go with that as well, Rumor. We'll do Ori and the Blind Forest. Because playing that on the go would be great.
Oh.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll have two. One being Dark Souls, which is plausible, but I would love a new Dark Souls.
No, Heyman exists.
Portably, I think would just enhance. Okay, God. Well, Dark Souls does exist.
No, you said a new Dark Souls.
Okay, whatever. I give up. The other one is Evolve.
I think I would take any of the BioShocks or Last of Us because those are games that I would replay for sure.
Hey, Evolve might thrive on Switch if we stop and think about it for a second. If you can get Evolve 2 to run, and you make it free to play on Switch, like it's gonna give people like a multiplayer like experience that they've been clamoring for on the console.
Or like have LAN setups, like 5-person LAN setup. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And the first monster is Browser. Okay, let's
Browser
throw a Nintendo mashup there, and we're in good shape.
I love that there was one comment, and we didn't include it. One comment, like he had no idea that we were like joking when we say Browser. He thought we were being serious, but I love whoever you were. I love you. After that, though, Bulbasaur life. Bulbasaur is life, not is, but. Oh, look at his cute bandana, Jake. It's yellow.
Why did you call me out on that?
Because when we play basketball, you use bandanas on your hands sometimes.
I used to, but...
Yeah. I'm legit scared of dying before this game comes out, and I'm only 14.
For Super Mario Odyssey, and you don't have a lot of time. You should just stay safe for like a few more weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Stay indoors.
I also like imagining that it's a little Bulbasaur who's 14 years old, and he's like a little like Boy Scout with his bandana, and he's like adventuring around the woods, and he's afraid of dying before it comes out.
Yeah.
That'd be sad.
Yeah. I hope that you survive to Mario Odyssey. I think, you will.
Positive affirmations.
But yeah, you've only got a little... I do think that this game has such a humongous amount of hype. I hope that it pays off for you, Bulbasaur. I hope that it fills your life with more than that bandana.
Game of the year.
ND Paradox says, unfortunately, my Switch got stolen. I had it in the car as I went on an hour-long ride with my family, and I must have forgot to properly put my Switch away as I was taking out any trash inside the car. Okay, this scenario where he throws his Switch away or something.
Yeah, wait. Did you throw your Switch away?
Scares the heck out of me. I probably won't buy a replacement for 6 months, as the only reason I feel compelled to buy the Switch earlier is for Mario Odyssey, but I'm just hoping my friend lets me play it on his Switch. And I guess I can't get my digital games back because the only way I could deactivate the other Switch is in the settings of the system itself. RIP my 130 hours of Splatoon 2. So that's two separate issues. One, Nintendo's debacle with multiple consoles, but two, what were you throwing away that you thought it was the Switch? Like how many snacks did you have?
Wait, he says that it got stolen. He didn't say that he threw away his Switch. So so someone came and swiped it while he was throwing trash out? No, I think he was just throwing trash out, and maybe someone saw him or whatever, and since the car was so clean because there was no trash to cover over the Switch, the Switch was just obviously there.
He went for an hour-long ride with his family, so like a bike ride or something.
No, a car ride. I think he just went to I'm making this up at this point, but he went to visit an uncle or something that lives an hour away, and they were at the mall. Wait, let me finish. They were at the mall, right? On the way to the mall, a lot of snacks were consumed. The back was all dirty, right? If he would have gone into the mall and not cleaned the car, his Switch would have been covered by said potato chip bag or whatever. And no one would have seen the Switch. They look in the car to see if they're going to steal. Oh no, this is real dirty. These people don't have anything to steal. See, do not clean. That's why, boys, keep your things dirty so they don't get stolen.
I just feel like maybe this is a paradox in and of itself, because look at the very mischievous guy dressed as a Goomba who kind of looks like a burglar in his image. So is the paradox here that he actually stole the Switch from himself?
Possibly.
Oh, I get it now.
Do not steal your own Switch.
Look at the little mischievous.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the comment. He went for an hour-long ride. That's why he brought his Switch. And then as he was getting out of the car and taking out the trash that was with him, he forgot to put away the Switch because his hands were full of trash. And then somebody saw it in the car and just swiped it.
So someone
I think you
stole
should lock your car,
in
man.
the 5 seconds when he was.
I like how this has turned into like unsolved.
Yeah. Andy Paradox, please follow up with what happens next. This is like the new season of Pretty Little Liars.
Oh man! All right, Ritsu Tainaka says, "I need Cuphead version on Switch, or I need a Cuphead version for Switch." And this is me.
There was like
this is exactly what I want. It'd be so perfect. It probably won't ever happen because Microsoft helped fund it.
No, it can't.
It could if Microsoft was incredibly generous. But yeah.
Well, Minecraft's on Switch, and Microsoft owns that now. But yeah, this is
Cuphead 2.
There was a lot of people. A lot of people want Cuphead on Switch. It's just
Nintendo is going to fund Cuphead 2. It's gonna be amazing.
It'll be out in 10 years.
The final boss is cartoon version of Browser.
Yeah.
No, can you imagine that? Oh my god! Can you imagine a Mario game in that graphical style, like that old-timey cartoon style with like Mario characters? That'd be amazing.
But then at that point, you just call it a ripoff.
What?
Right? Like, let's say were to happen, right? Like, next year, like, Nintendo puts out a Mario game in that art style, but that, like, plays, like, so much, like...
I mean, it doesn't have to play the same, just that art style.
It becomes a Fortnite / PUBG, like, situation where, like, hey, it's the same game, and we're gonna sue you.
I mean...
I just want that Mario Cuphead crossover, so like PD Piranha is done up in that.
It doesn't have to be a side-scrolling shooter like that. It can be anything. Just that art, those Mario characters in that art style would be amazing.
Or just Cuphead plus Mario plus Cuphead.
No, why? You're so obsessed with crossovers.
Yeah,
I always have felt.
Are you sure you're not a 90s TV
somebody wanted
executive?
Samus and Mario Odyssey, and I was like, what? Doesn't even make sense.
Do it.
All right,
it in.
Guys. Biff made an account, and he called it Switch Speedster. And he says, "Finally, Nintendo, you won the holiday wars already." Thank you, Biff.
All right, I got it. Mario plus Holiday. It's like a Home Alone movie with Mario and.
No, it's Luigi's Mansion.
Bowser.
It's Luigi's Mansion, right?
Ooh,
but
Christmas edition.
No, but it's gonna be Waluigi and Wario trying to break in to steal Luigi's I don't know, something.
Beautiful.
And it's basically Home Alone, but with a mansion where you're Luigi and you're stopping them.
So the theory that Speedster has here is that because Nintendo is really upping their production, if they can keep store shelves stocked, that the Switch will be the hottest item this holiday. Do we think that is is that our prediction as well?
It's gonna be a top 3 hottest holiday item for sure. And the reason,
okay, well, top 3 being like PS4, Xbox One, and
Switch. No, not at all. I undoubtedly think it'll be the hottest console. But the reason I said top 3 is just because there's always like something like sneaky in there, like you know, Tamagotchi, like in the past, like something like that that's like so small and it's more like of an impulse buy. I feel like that's what the SNES could be, like if they make enough of them. Just because like $80 much easier than $300. But
sure.
Even now, we've seen comments here on Switch Force plus Reddit, like everywhere. Switch are not the hardest thing to find these days. From what you know, I don't go to stores, so I have no idea. I don't leave the house, but I'm not allowed. It seems like they're easier to find, so there's no reason why they wouldn't win holiday, especially with Odyssey and.
I'm just waiting for the Santa hats with Cappy eyes on them to come out.
That's good.
That's what.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Because we can.
I think it definitely will be the best-selling console.
Well, yeah, we can throw Microsoft right out because they have no games like Forza and Cool 1X.
But they do have a new platform.
Yeah, but what are you gonna play on it?
Yeah, I just mean I think there is like you have to take into account some hype for new hardware.
Absolutely, and it's like the biggest like contrast like possible. Like it's freaking like 4K. It's a 4K console. So Switch is the complete polar opposite of that. I think what is gonna help Switch win is that it's $300 and not $500. So that'll be much easier for parents to digest.
Well, and Mario Odyssey is going to be there super close for kids.
Yeah,
like,
Mario
Odyssey
is going to be huge.
Selling point for like Christmas to have like your kid open up Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, and not to undermine this,
absolutely.
Xenoblade, like that's coming, and Fire Emblem is like going to be on. Like they have a lot of exclusive software, Nintendo, for the Switch, and don't forget to get Sniper Clips physical when that's out, of course, for the holidays. But I think they're poised to do quite well.
Poised.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Joshua Dennett says, the other day I was playing my Switch and I thought, why not just go and play my Switch in the toilet? I think I stayed there for more than 2 hours playing Splatoon. I also listen to CommentForce to get to sleep or while on the bus. Love the videos. Keep up the great work.
Thanks for the details.
Hey, we're glad we can help in anyway. No, I mean,
2 hours.
You're a living Nintendo commercial. I just wanted to let you know, Joshua. 2 hours is a long time. Did your like legs fall asleep or something? I don't know. Because if your
yes.
elbows are on your legs, they're gonna fall asleep. I don't know. I hope you had fun.
All right.
I do like the effect that the Switch has.
I like
on
that
this
he has
guy.
his own logo for his initials. All right. Peter Galvin says, I don't comment much, but you are really sleeping on Astro Bear's party best co-op game on the Switch. Can it topple the
Astro Bear's Party is the name of the game?
Yeah, Astro Bear's Party is the name of the game. And it's that guys, that's why punctuation is cool.
There's no punctuation, it's just me being dyslexic and reading things in out of order.
I think we all have some
Can the experience of Astro Bear's Party topple the experience of Overcooked? That's the question.
Oh,
I think it's going to be up to you two to find out. Guys, look out for Astro Bear's Party video coming next week for Zach and Jake.
There you go.
Yeah,
we can cement that into the schedule for sure. I now want to check this out. I think it's only $5.
Yeah, people did let us know that, like, hey, you guys are sleeping on this game because it, like, you know, it's called Astro Bear's Party and it looks like a little weird, but people swear it's fun.
Okay, well, we'll definitely check it out. Thank you for the update. Thanks for letting us know. And we will give it a look-see and see if it's the party best. It's the best of the party.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The party's best.
But the party's almost over. I got to bring us home, guys. Nick S. says, hey, Zach, Jake, and Gabe. Thanks for making great videos. I always listen to CommentForce at work, and it helps it go by fast. Also, do you guys think that the Switch will get some online shooter games like Rainbow Six Siege, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Overwatch, etc.? Personally, I think they would be great. The only problem is that you need to be online, but that could be solved with a hotspot. I would like to know your guys' opinion. I love your videos. Keep them up. I don't think so. I don't think this is a platform for that, but that's just me.
Well, okay. A month ago, if I said, is this a platform for Doom and Wolfenstein 2, what would you have said?
It's not the platform for that.
Yeah, so I think like the Switch is literally like this mysterious beyond, and we aren't really sure what all is going to happen to it in the future. Overwatch, I'm going to nix, but the others possibly. I mean, if we're going to throw Skyrim Special Edition, Doom, and Wolfenstein 2, what is preventing
multiplayer?
And what is also preventing these other publishers from throwing Rainbow Six or Battlefield? I mean, look, Ubisoft likes the Switch a lot. Why not? And yes, a lot of these games are far more online focused, but at the same time, Splatoon 2 is a very online focused game, and that is one of the most talked about and most played Switch games. So there's nothing preventing a online focused game from succeeding on Switch. I think we just currently have it in our heads that, a game like Rainbow Six Siege or a game like Call of Duty is such a home console, PS4, Xbox experience that it won't transfer over well. But I think as long as, we continue to push the sales and they reach the numbers that Nintendo is gunning for by doubling this production to 2 million units a month, they'd be fools not to try some of this stuff out, right? Like, they have to go for it at least once and see if it fails, it fails. But give us Call of Duty next year and just see what happens. Give us Rainbow Six Siege, and don't utilize the Wii and the Wii U as like the markers for success, because it's a whole new ballgame at this point. I think that's very important, and I hope that the people in power at these publishers are looking at this as a new, fresh start. This is not like, what did well on the Wii and the Wii U, what didn't do well, let that inform our choices, but a completely different platform. I will say, though, that I was a bit humbled to see that, at least in the UK, FIFA for Switch only accounted for 1% of sales.
Yeah, I think people that are fans of these big franchises like these, they're gonna play them where they're best suited for, and I feel like that's gonna be another platform for a lot of these. Unfortunately, like Battlefield, you should probably play that on your PC or your PS4 or whatever.
Well, and that's where it sort of comes in. Like, do older games like Doom? Are they better?
Speaking of older games, This would never happen. This is biggest pie in the sky thing, right? But Bad Company 2, beloved Xbox 360 game. Why can't you bring that over? Like, bring that.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, does it make more sense to bring some like classics or some like star-studded?
I would play Bad Company 2 all day on my Switch, like online, like here at home.
Because at the same time that we say that we don't want like specific version that's like a dumbed down version, we'll have to see how sales play out. But if it is the case that people prefer FIFA and Call of Duty on the other platforms, one, how much more do they prefer? Are Switch owners still buying it? Because even if it's a small percentage, if Switch owners are still buying it, eventually that will become a large enough base that it'll make sense to still port over. But yeah, maybe it is I don't know. Like, we'll have to. It'll be interesting to see how Doom does, how Skyrim does, versus how like Wolfenstein does, versus how NBA does, and kind of see like where. The other hard thing is some franchises like FIFA is such a beloved thing, especially in the UK, that like, okay, is that going to be skewed because people are absolutely going to want to play that on PS4 and Xbox One, whereas maybe something like Call of Duty, the portability is more appealing. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot there. Hopefully we get to find out at some point. Right? I mean, I think Rainbow Six would be a great addition to the Switch. There's so many people just playing on other platforms that I don't know if there's enough for a install. Like, the install base on Switch isn't big enough quite yet, I think, for something like that. Just because no one's gonna like go from playing on PC to going to play on Switch, like, unless portably and stuff. But then the hotspot thing, I don't know. I think that there's a couple of barriers you have to jump over, and it'll be tricky. But I can't wait until inevitably a company tries. I think someone's gonna try it at some point.
Well, for sure. And we are gonna try to have another CommentForce next week. We absolutely will, actually. So keep those comments coming. Thank you.
We're gonna try. We'll see.
Thank you. No, we absolutely will. Thank you for all of your feedback, all of your fun thoughts, ideas. I really like this episode. There's a lot of cool brainstorming going on, and I think that it was a ton of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, whether you were skateboarding, whether you were sleeping, whether you were sitting on the toilet. CommentForce 34 is in the books. And
I really hope you slept through all of this.
Our week is officially over. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Go out there and have a great weekend. We'll be back next weekend, and we'll be back throughout the week. There are more awesome titles, and we are ever approaching that Mario Odyssey. Until that time, though, everybody, for myself, Jake, and Gabe, Switch Force out.